We're Eric and Marissa. We've spent the last 2 years traveling through the U.S. and Baja in our 4x4 truck camper. The past month we've been traveling east across the U.S. and Canada after spending the summer in Idaho upgrading our truck to a Ram 5500. Last episode we spent 24 hours boondocking on the streets of Montreal, which is where we're picking you up today as we get ready to explore 3 new provinces. On to our next Canadian city. Montreal and Toronto have definitely reminded me of why I don't like driving this big old thing in a city. Now you get to add in the language barrier here in Montreal. There was a tunnel that we're in now that I didn't take the left turn for because it had so many do not enter signs in French that must have pertained to things that I am not, but missed the turn, had to go around the block. Takes an extra 10 minutes because it's commuter hour right now. Woo! Stress city versus comfortably navigating / nagavating. The quality of the roads here in Montreal is really bad. Overall, Canada, not great paving jobs. Do a better job with your funds. Allocate more to the road system. All right, so we just went into Canadian Tire in French. I did my best to get a fuel cap replacement. Let's see how this goes. Our Ziploc bag's been actually doing a really good job so far. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. Good to have that fixed. One less thing to worry about. Now we're gonna go get some fuel. An hour and a half left to Quebec City. And we think we have a spot on iOverlander that we're gonna go for and see how it goes. This morning we are waking up in Quebec City. We parked in a parking lot by a marina that was on iOverlander. Worked out pretty well, a little bit on the loud side. And today we're gonna go check out, what's the first thing on the list?
I don't honestly know how to pronounce anything that we're going to.
It's a French place.
We're headed to all these beautiful buildings that you can see in the background.
Umbrellas. Marissa says that it's a top touristy kind of street here because of the umbrellas.
Are you tripping, babe?
So before we get going out of Quebec City, time to re-up on some fuel. Off we go.
The next morning.
Good morning. We are waking up here somewhere in northern Ontario. That's the St. Lawrence River. Salt water for the first time in a long time that we're seeing and smelling all up in our nose. Today we are going to press on towards Nova Scotia. We've got about a 5-hour drive in front of us. Last night we slept here in another iOverlander spot. I don't know what it's called, I don't know the town, but that's a famous lighthouse that I will insert the name of and the location of now. This spot was great. It's free 99. You are allowed to do 24 hours here and then you gotta get the heck out. Bunch of other RVs and van life, people around. This morning we woke up to some cars coming in real early. Marissa's like, what are they doing? I think they're here to look at whales. We didn't see any whales yet go by, but my guess is they're looking for some gray whales, some humpback whales to be going by and get some photographs of it.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Seems like time as a wave passing by and leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Hey, I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river roll.
72 hours later.
This morning, we are waking up in one of the most beautiful towns in all of Nova Scotia. I think it's pronounced Lunenburg. Last night we stayed at a harvest host here. There's a town ordinance against sleeping on the street or in parking lots or anything like that other than basically here. So went inside, we played trivia last night and had a great night's sleep in the parking lot. Beautiful thing to wake up to, got an awesome sunrise. And this morning we are headed off to go explore the cute little town, maybe grab some breakfast, and just checking it out before we get back on the road. got tomato juice burps. Here in Canada, everything is a Bloody Caesar, not a Bloody Mary. They use clamato juice. It's actually delicious. But I had seen that. This might be one of the best spots of the whole trip so far. Pretty ridiculous. Let's show you just how close we are to the ocean. Next step is getting a little bit level. Attempt number 2. Marissa and I both said to each other, this is a spot where we wish we had more time to spend. Do 2 days here, 3 days here. This is incredibly beautiful. I will tell no one where this is. If you know where it is on iOverlander, don't ruin it. It's almost too good to be true. Next door is a cute little hip camp that they're putting together. We kind of poked our heads over there and saw that it's semi under construction. We got a temporary neighbor over here who's probably gonna be leaving soon. Just saw her go for a walk with her dog on the beach. Let's see what's going on inside the camper. For the rest of the night, we're probably gonna do what we normally do, which is make some food, hang out, go to bed early. See you in the morning.
The next morning.
As I anticipated, this spot was perfect. Great night's sleep. No one came down here. It's almost off season. I mean, it is off season. Super quiet. Got the camper up there on the hill. We're gonna go for a little morning walk down the beach before we get on the road to take a ferry from Nova Scotia to New Brunswick as we start to make our way south for the winter.
I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything.
Oh yeah. I guess we could have left our shoes back there and kept them dry.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Stay here, but really, I can't shake that feeling. When you say goodbye too soon.
It's so cold!
We were just talking about how nice this beach must be in the summertime for tourists and stuff like that. You've got an insane amount of beach at low tide. It's got to be like a 400-foot sand strip of usable, enjoyable sand. I wonder how many people come out here. We found some ocean treasure, aka garbage, that we're gonna snag on the way out. Oh, we've been here a while.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stay.
Sea garbage. So where do you think we're gonna fit this in order to take this with us?
Then we'll say goodbye too soon.
So we're here in Digby, Nova Scotia. Marissa went and got tickets for the ferry, and we are gonna go walk around and check this little town out. Ferry is 4 o'clock. We need to be there by 3 o'clock. So that gives us 3 hours. Hi, how are you?
Got reservations? Sorry, if you just want to head to this booth over here with the green light.
You got it.
Lady in there will help you with everything you need.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too. Green light. Hello. How are you? You're welcome. Thank you.
I don't need that.
Okay, sorry.
Just 2 of you today?
Yes.
Give a second.
No worries.
They have you put in wrong.
Gonna
so I
take
just
a few
wanted to be
moments.
sure that they have you in as a motorhome, but you're actually a. So we're just gonna leave it as is, and
Okay.
it's all good. And there's your boarding cards.
Thanks.
Okay. And then you're just gonna go straight forward right there to the guy in the yellow security vest, and he's gonna get you into the line.
Cool.
What is it you're videoing for?
Oh, we do YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Just like
Cool.
a small little channel.
Yep.
We're growing a little bit, but yeah, it's about our travels, and I do a lot of like upgrades and repairs and stuff like that. But yeah,
Awesome.
it's cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See where he wants us.
And lunch in lane 8 right here.
Lane 8. You got it. All the way down, or?
Yeah.
You got it. Yes, sir. They told us we gotta shut all our propane off. We plan on cooking haddock that Marissa had just bought from a local fish market, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to do that since we are propane only on the cooking. So we got a small little wait here, hanging out with a whole bunch of other vehicles. Got a Class A motorhome back there, a couple of semi trucks, then a bunch of regular cars around too. Got about a half hour before we load up. Oh, we were definitely under the impression at first that we were gonna be able to stay in our camper for this journey across the Gulf of Maine, but we were wrong. So we packed a couple of to-go bags, and we're gonna make ourselves ready to get out of the camper and go hang out on the ship for 2 hours.
Whether the thing is full,
Thank you. All right, well, that was pretty easy. wandering the boat, trying to see if there's any sweet spots to hang out and park it for this ride. I'm really looking for a power outlet. So far, no outlets.
Left-hand side, okay?
Looks like a tiny home.
Yeah. It is.
I'm just going.
Headed back to the rig right now to load up and get the fuck out of here. Where are you going? To the seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So our last night spent here in Canada was definitely at an interesting location. When we got here last night, it was too dark to really see much. You could clearly see these old bridge pieces and stuff. It definitely seemed a little bit weird, a little bit unnerving to show up in the dark, but this morning, like a lot of spots when you wake up, you're like, this place is beautiful. We had a very restful night's sleep here. You got a little bit of noise from the road, not much. Had one person walk down here this morning with a dog going for his morning walk, give us a grumpy look. It made me kind of feel intrusive even though it's not his land. But someone's clearly taking care of this area. It's well mowed, it's manicured, it's nice. It might be that guy. I'm hoping that he doesn't feel like we're defacing this beautiful place. So we went around and picked up a bunch of garbage, left it better than we found it, which is always the goal. This morning we are headed to the US-Canada border in Maine. I don't know exactly which part, but gonna get that over with this morning. Here we go. We're only about 5 minutes away from the border and hoping that it all goes super smoothly. There's gonna not be a line, or not a big line at least. Can't imagine this is gonna be a very small border crossing in general. Got our passports queued up. Marissa's getting her hair pretty. Make sure it looks good for the Border Patrol agent. Should be back in America hopefully in the next 20 minutes. Gonna get some less expensive diesel fuel. Probably one of the first things we're gonna do. See how this goes. Blame Canada. Last pretty river in Canada.
Pretty.
Hello, sir. I'm well, how are you? New Jersey. Started our journey over by Thunder Falls, but...
Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay. Nope.
No.
What do you got coming back?
Just normal...
That window now.
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, I have a cat in the back area.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Way, way, way back there.
Way on the other
You
side.
can roll it up. Can you get out that camper?
Yes, for sure. The truck?
Hazy. Hazy, no. You can't go out. Come on, go in your bag. Go in your bag. No, you can't go out. Good boy. You left the window down and the cat just started crying. Put it in the bag.
Sorry, thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you also.
Thank you. Have a great day, sir. The cat was so curious outside. He smelled the air.
All right, we are back in the United States. Border crossing was smooth. We just were asked if we had the normal stuff: fruits, vegetables, alcohol, tobacco, firewood, firearms. Some of that we had fruits, vegetables, alcohol. He asked us to just open up the back door of the camper, and he didn't go inside or anything like that. And now we're headed for fuel stop and then Planet Fitness. We need some showers.